Hi there guys. So in this video, I wanted to document all the things I did this year and all the crazy things that happened after it and what I have in plan for the coming year, at least what I have planned till now. Alright, so first things first, recently a project I made for WordPress, VajraWP, got a bit viral, I would say, because it reached out to many people in the WordPress community, some of the top and leading ones. I have been following them and I'm a fan of. Many of them reached out to me as well. And yeah, it was a great thing to see. And how it started was I just replied to Mihai, the co-founder of SliceWP, I suppose, and he was just looking for a simple admin options page in React and also built with the WordPress components library. And thanks to VajraWP, I already had one built in it, and it also generated everything if one wanted to create a plugins for it, since it's a boilerplate. And if it comes with the whole admin UI and everything as well. If you want to check it out, I will suggest head to VajraWP.smalltowndev.com. So moving on to the thing that happened, I just posted this really simple reply, and I, without thinking anything, I just did so. And then a few hours later, I checked back and I saw my ex booming with likes, replies and everything. And many of the prominent people in the WordPress industry I've been following started following back. Of course, that was a huge thing for me, and that just actually gave me that boost to keep going, which I had lost, I guess, the past few months due to no feedback and me being building more privately than publicly. So that was one thing, and after it there was one more big thing that happened, which I still think is a great opportunity and exposure for me. It was being included in Remkis's InsideWP Newsletter. So as you can see, a new modern WP plugin boilerplate. This is VajraWP. So it got featured in it, and thanks to Remkis, this is all the exposure I would have wanted ever in the WP platform or the community itself. And definitely I'm going to put all the more focus in VajraWP going forward, adding more features over time, and supporting all the things that many other developers pointed out that could improve it further. And yeah, so I have plans for that. And I'd like to thank everyone who came to me and appreciated it, and all the other people who were kind enough to support me in this. And I'm really happy what happened in the past few days. And I'm really thankful to Daniel, and because he shared it firsthand, and then because of that everyone else could see it. And I don't think I had that marketing capacity to bring it to everyone. um, uh, I guess I just haven't learned that part yet well enough. So I am definitely going to put more focus on that in the coming year and being more public about things. So this is also the same approach that I'm taking right now, in that same direction. I'm being public about things, what happened to me, and what could also happen to anyone who are like me and looking to get some exposure in the WordPress community doing things publicly, right? So there's that. And definitely InsideWP was a huge thing for me as well. So if you guys want to check it out, if you're not already in this InsideWP newsletter, please do subscribe to the newsletter. It's a great newsletter that Remkus publishes. And this was the number 100. I will link this post because it also gets published on his website. I'm really thankful to Ramkus as well for including me in this. And yeah, And VajraWP. So as I've already said, if you want to check it out, please go ahead and visit the link. I will also put it in the description if you want to do that. And I am also looking for sponsors for it, because building it on my own, and since it being open source, there's no revenue stream for me to put more time in it. And I still do all the much I can, and I just took a pause since November, I think, because I pretty much started it back in June, and then finished the first version back in August, and then I did a few bits and pieces after on. But it's still at a great point, and I actually developed another project of mine on top of it. So this is not at all going down anytime soon. So I'm going to definitely improve it, because this is already powering one of my projects that I am a bit serious about, of course. And if that helps anyone, like I saw the support from the community, I'm definitely into it. So yeah, the second project I want to talk about is MayaWP, which is again a new side project I recently released. It's still in preview. You can go ahead at mayawp.com and check it out. So it basically is basically AI automation tools for WordPress, and the first preview build includes image generator and content generator, but the content generator is limited to blog post titles, etc. So you can generate your own titles with the context of your post content, or by giving it a bit of details yourself, and then it will generate multiple titles for you, and then you can select like that. And then there's image generator. This is just the preview build, and I just wanted to quickly showcase what I'm trying to do here. But the future builds and the features will have much more to do with than just blog post titles, etc. So like you can imagine all kinds of content generation, all that happens in the WordPress editors or at different pages, such as featured image generations. So all this with AI. So definitely stay tuned with it, and you can go ahead and try it already, because it's already available at mayawp.com with the preview build. The prices are very straightforward. There's also a free plan to check it out, which includes 10 credits for content and then 10 image credits, because I am supporting this out of my own pocket, and I'm really limited with the kind of free resources I can provide, because this still costs me a lot. Looking long term for providing free uses for many of you who you are trying to test it out. So there's definitely that. And the credit system works like this. There's a bit of a FAQ in it, and basic content generation only takes 1 credit per generation, and it could take more than that, but I'm trying to be as open as possible in the plugin, in the tool itself, so that whenever you're generating in whichever tool you're using of MayaWP, you will see there itself that how many credits it will take to run that specific generation. And for image generations, it takes a minimum of 4 credits to generate a 512 by 512 image. And I guess once you try it out, you will know yourself. And then the more features I build, I'll definitely make sure to be more transparent at the premise itself, that whatever generation takes place, how much how much credits will it take to generate that. You can directly sign up by going to start for free or anything. It just takes you to the app page. You can just sign up here. And secondly, the MayaWP AI, it has the plugin and then the app where you need to get the API keys to connect it to the server, the AI server, because the AI is my own proprietary AI services I'm using, and for that reason why I have created an app which generates keys to be used to give you access to the services I have on my app, right? So you can definitely use that, and the whole process is very straightforward, I guess. And I have set it like so that you will get the idea once you get started. Sign up for an account. You will have all the details here. And definitely do let me know all your feedback. What else would you like to see in this, or if you have any questions? I'm up and open. I'm trying to be as open as possible. And the plugin, so the plugin is, of course, as I was talking about, VajraWP. It's made on top of it. And let's take a look at the plugin itself. This is the plugin, and so I wanted to keep it open source, and I think this is the very perfect time to make it so let's just make that happen. Let's make it open source, because I want the plugin at least to be as open as possible, because the app itself, as I said, I'm running an AI proprietary service, so I can't just open source the main app itself, but the plugin part, which is built on VajraWP, which is by default an open source project. I will definitely love to make this plugin as well open source, so that anyone of you who is looking into this or are excited or into building AI plugins for WordPress can learn something from this, if that does that. Okay, so that should happen anytime. All right, so it's public now, and I will put this in the link below so you guys can check it out as well. I will be pushing new updates soon. So this is already built on top of VajraWP, and you can check it out how I am using it to connect to my Laravel app, which is the MayaWP app I'm running behind on the MayaWP.com connection for managing the API keys, creating the API keys for each account, and giving you the access of my AI proprietary services, right? Anyways, moving on to the other things that I plan to do in the coming year. That is, as I said, I'll be working on these MayaWP as well as VajraWP, and we'll be building on top. Again, this was not a single night of work. This was many months of work, and I just got to see how much support I can get, or anyone can get, if you were to be a bit more public about things. If only I would have been much open about the process and the building part of it, I would have gotten that exposure a bit early on, and I wouldn't have to experience the kind of loneliness I had felt while building it over the past few months, right? So that's one thing I need to improve upon. And going ahead, my YouTube channel is also progressing a lot, and I'm very close to the 1300 subs already, and I plan to take sponsors for it as well. So if any one of you were watching this and are interested in sponsoring my upcoming videos, please do contact me. You can contact me at the emails provided in the description of this video, or check out my profile, or contact me directly on Twitter. So anyhow, you can get to me. I'm up for it, and I'm looking forward to things in 2024. So I'm hopeful, and I'm building a lot of things. I'm trying to build a lot of things at least. And I'm a few things. One more thing, actually, I think I forgot, which is the really simple featured video, which was an abandoned project at one point because I made it initially in 2020, and then I left it as once I made it, because it came out of a need, and I created it for myself, and then I just shared it publicly so that anyone else who's looking for something like that, as I couldn't find it myself, would get it and would be able to use it. So of course, this wasn't very well supported by me, as I was not available for something like this, as it was a free open source project. So things got a bit out of hand. Many users started posting a few errors here and there because this wasn't very well supported. So because featured videos in itself is basically not supported in WordPress by default. And how I add featured videos in sites via this plugin is by replacing the featured thumbnails. And in whichever post type there is no featured thumbnail, you would expect this will not work, right? And that part I think wasn't very clear to users, and some of them started talking about it, how it's not working, and then they got a few ratings went a bit down, as you can see here. But then over time, I tried to be as clear as possible by replying to many reviews and many other people who are looking for support. And then it is at a point where it's at 2000 plus active installs, and it's still growing. And I recently released a pro version to just see the kind of feedback I would get from the users, but it's not very smooth till now because I only added a few features that were most requested by the users and could only be supported and maintained in a pro version of it. So I just did that, and it is available and hosted via Freemius right now. You can go ahead and already install the plugin and download it via the add-ons page. Since it is hosted via Freemius, you can purchase and download it via the WP admin dashboard itself once you have the free plugin activated, right? So there's that. And definitely there's no growth here for the pro plugin just yet. So I will try to keep track of it, and if there's any growth, I will definitely put that out. And of course, again, I'm hopeful about things. And yeah, I look forward to things, and as I approach the new year, I am focusing more towards my mental health and my well-being, and while developing all these things, because these put a lot of stress and a lot of energy and passion into putting things into motion and implementing them how you would have planned initially, and then versus as you are on your way building them, you would come with iterations and pivotal moments where you would think that whether the initially planned thing should go in or not, or whether you are doing it right or not. So those things tend to always come in the way, and I am not afraid anymore of those, and I will continue going forward. I will also be making more YouTube content as I learn throughout whatever I learn, basically. And yeah, I'll basically be very big about things, because this gives me all the support that I need while developing all these things. Thank you so much for anyone who's watching this, and for supporting my journey on YouTube or on Twitter, X, or anywhere you have come to interact with me or have anyhow supported me. Thank you so much. I wish you all a very happy holiday and a very happy new year, as well as the holidays. And I will see you soon. Peace.